it was more than just rap. Them niggas was you know what I'm saying? It was.
Catch me sliding through your hood, different rental every day. I'm the neighborhood dope boy, the neighborhood dope boy. Fresh from head to toe, styling in my Cartiers. I'm the neighborhood dope boy, neighborhood dope boy.
From that city where DDG bro died, murder still unsolved. My Brody main case the same, I feel his pain, I miss my dog. Lakari killed by PPD, I'm with Mitch screaming fuck the law. If you poppin' them pressed up pills, you gon' die from fentanyl.
Pontiac City, heavy on demons.
The world was going so fast for us, like the fame, the money, everything. Like I feel like the world stopped for me, you know what I'm saying? And when I was I was just still continue doing me, getting money, you know what I'm saying, hustling, but I feel like it wasn't that no more. Like I feel like it just got ripping apart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything got taken away from me. I feel like I don't care about the money. I don't care what I have. I feel like everything just got taken away. So I ain't never felt that experience in my life because I ain't never had a family member pass away. So when that happened, because we used to stay with each other all day, every day, like it was a point in time, like people like, damn, what the fuck, y'all niggas be sleeping with each other all day? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all niggas be with each other all day, every day. Like that was my dog. Like we both had good hearts, you know what I'm saying? So when that happened, I feel like, man, everything got taken away from me, man. So I wasn't feeling okay, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't feeling right. I ain't wanting to be around nobody. That shit took a lot out of me, you know what I'm saying? So I had to bounce back. So when I had to block from that, I had to stop listening to this music and get away from people for a minute. So when I came back around, you know what I'm saying, you know, I got back to me, and I feel like it affected a lot of people though, because he was like the voice that everybody love and care about, you know what I'm saying? He didn't care from west, south, east, north, whatever you was, everybody messed with, you know what I'm saying? So me being around him, I feel like I had a lot of love from everybody else, you know what I'm saying? But when he left and passed away, I feel like it wasn't there no more, you know what I'm saying? So I really kind of stick to myself. And in 2010, I ended up getting indicted with the FEDS. And I feel like everything just crushed down after that.
A pair of sneakers hang on a power line on Baldwin, where this nearby wall is filled with gang-related graffiti, including the words crack and the letters NWO, which stands for New World Order. This task force, made up of the FBI, drug enforcement agents, and various police departments, say they've seen otherwise. They spent more than a year tracking 74 members of the gang's New World Order and Almighty Latin King Nation. Dozens of suspects, many in their teens and early 20s, were arrested. The charges involve conspiracy to distribute cocaine and marijuana. The task force seized nearly $10,000 cash, drugs, guns, and dozens of cell phones when more than 30 search warrants were executed in Pontiac, Auburn Hills, Waterford, and Clarkston. Plans are in the works to disband the Pontiac Police Department as early as next month. Officials hope these arrests send a clear message that gang activity and violent crime will not be tolerated.
The residents of Pontiac, the community, deserve safe streets.
Police say New World Order is a multiracial street gang, also involved in armed robberies, assaults, and murders. They say more arrests are expected in the coming days.
Yeah, I knew I was being followed. One time my bumper had got cracked, and I took it to somebody to put a new bumper on there. And he called me like, come here, I found something. And I went back over there, and there was a, they put a tracker on my bumper, and I went through it in Terry Lake. And then another time, I would see him sometimes, and we'd lose each other. I'd lose him, but one time they was following behind me all the way from Baldwin to Perry, and then I started cussing them out because I turned around and caught them head on, and I started going in on them.
I think I was driving on Hudson and Putnam. I had seen this black Charger and this white dude coming from Waterford. But when I ain't paying no mind, I seen them, okay, cool. But when I seen them in the hood, I looked like, what the fuck? That dog that was in Waterford. So when I put up in another spot, I seen him ride past again. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I ain't paying no mind. I ain't gonna say no name though, for real talk. When I pulled up on somebody, we was driving down Montcalm, and somebody was flagging me down, like, yo, pull over. I'm like, I'm about to pull over. When I pull over, he like, yo, the feds had me last night, and they was asking about you. I'm like, what? But when he told me that, he called me that night, like 10 times. So in my mind, like, damn, what the fuck you called me 10 times last night then? So that kind of like, it thought of, I'm like, damn, nigga trying to set me up. You know what I'm saying? So like a couple days later, I see them. I was at Bravo's, Arvin. I was sitting there eating a coney, and I seen them pull up in a black Charger. They was sitting there in a table in the desk, in a they was acting like I was reading a newspaper, drinking coffee, and I knew it was them though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and that thought had been following me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so I tap. I ain't gonna say no name on dog either, but I tapped out like, let's go. So we leave. Later on when we get back to the north, I tell him like, yo, that's the feds that following us. He like, how you know? I'm like, somebody that told me, you know what I'm saying? That's them. That Bravo's eating with us. So I'm like, yo, I'm telling him like, we gonna stop this shit. We ain't gonna do no more. You know what I'm saying? We gonna chill. So my H block, my nigga from H block, he like, nigga, fuck that shit, nigga. We gonna eat. And yeah, that was that, nigga. And so one day, this is a true story. This when Kev was gone. This is 2010. I wanted to go pick up my son for school, and I wanted to take him to my mama's house. My mama and Liz was living together on Dressing Street, so I took my son Kimani over there. So I seen some dudes ride past all in red. So when they ride past, I'm like, damn, I'm cracking jokes to my man's B like, man, with some blood niggas and shit. So you know what I'm saying? So I ain't think none of it. So when I'm talking to dog, I'm talking to my mama boyfriend at the time. That was my husband. He was taking my son. I'm just talking shit to him. He like, man, what's up with this car? This engine? It was B little rental. So he looked at the engine. When I look back, them niggas got some strap on my hand like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Where the money at? I ain't got shit, you know what I'm saying? So they took a little rack from me, a rack from B, and that was just some little bullshit. But after that, man, I had a little bite to take, right? But I kept telling B, man, oh, bro, ain't never asked me no more than a scun. Now she want 2 scun. B been telling me, bro, that's the police, bro. She with the police. I'm like, I ain't no way, no don't finger after 2. I ended up taking it because that robbery that I had. And when I took it, I felt it. I knew it. I'm like, this bitch done set me up. I know she working with the police. Jody something, I can't remember her name, but I was at the crib for like a week. So I'm like, man, I think this bitch done set me up. Boom. Then it came after my crib, and then they done messed up because the feds was already on my indictment, and the Oakland County Jail already knew that I already had an indictment going on. So they went behind the feds, behind their back, and set me up because they got greedy. So when they got greedy, they ended up sending me up with the state. So when they sent me with the state, I already had a Fed case on me. So the feds went back to the Oakland County Jail, cussed them out. Like, what the fuck y'all niggas doing? we was supposed to prolong this case for another year to get a big indictment, and y'all niggas then fucked it up because y'all, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know at the time. So when I was like, when I was in the Oakland County Jail, they kind of released me like 2 days later. Oh, we got in trouble messing with you. I'm looking at them like, I don't know what the fuck they talking about anyway. It was 100,000. I bought another 10 racks with the Bell Bosman. A couple days later, before Thanksgiving, they indicted me. U.S. Marshal, ATF, and all that got indicted. So I'm like, that shit clicked the bug. Like, damn, that's what the fuck they was talking about. When I had caught the state case, I was like, kind of like stressing. I knew the feds was following me, but when I had to caught the state case, I was like, and my mama and my sister and my mama house, they had a little crib together on Dresden Street. So when I was sitting there, one time I was on a porch and I was just sitting there like, damn. It was just a little petty case, so I was just like, you know, whatever. I'm gonna fight or whatever, it's just a little bullshit. So when I go in the house, man, all I hear was a dog kick down, feds, FBI, feds. I'm looking out the window. When I look out the window, it's like 3 or 4 in the morning. I see the feds and the U.S. Marshal, but it seemed like there was a next door neighbor. So when I'm looking like, man, they ain't nothing for us. They ain't next door neighbor. You know what I'm saying? All I hear, boom. Like, damn, it's like they kick our door. When I look, I hear my mom like, wait. They telling my mom like, turn around, turn back. I'm like, what the fuck? So when I got anyways, make a long story short, when I got to the door and I tell them my name, they like, we got the main guy. I'm like, what the fuck? They got to slam me on the ground. I'm like, man, God, I'm tripping. So when we go to the station, man, dreams is true, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. I had a dream about the old boy. I had a dream about old boy coming to get me. That's facts, bro. So when we all in this old police station, Oakland County Jail, right? It's like at least 40 people already there. A lot of people. So when we there, I see the U.S. Marshal, the FBI guy, the main head guy, like, let me talk to Ouija first. This is facts, dog. This is a true story. So I'm looking like, damn, this is the same nigga that was in my dream looking at me, pointing at me. So when I look, we go to the room, they pulling out all books, all pictures, all types of shit. So when I look at them, I don't know shit. I don't know nothing. They start pulling facts though. Some of them facts. I don't know. I don't know shit. I need my lawyer. They got to cussing me out. Oh, fuck you. That's why we got 42 people that about to tell on you. I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all niggas. So when I go in the room, I see a couple of you niggas question, why they calling me? Why? I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm confused. Everybody running up on me. I'm like, man, I don't know. But I guess my phone was tapped. My phone was tapped. Ain't no guess. My phone was tapped. And everybody that called my phone for some shit ended up getting an indictment.
They charged me with conspiracy they tapped some phone lines. And then the people that I had talked to on that phone, they had charged me with anything I talked to them about over the time of their investigation.
So boom, I had a criminal complaint. They did a bunch of raids simultaneously one day. And then like somebody called me like, yo, they fucking raiding everybody, whatever. So I was on the run for a minute. I didn't get caught like right away. Like I got caught a little while later. And so by the time I got caught, I pretty much knew like how it was gonna go because everybody was getting out on like these like personal bonds or something like that. They would just take everybody down to like the federal courthouse in Detroit, and then everybody was getting out on like federal bonds. And a lot of people, criminal complaints was getting dismissed unless they was like trying to indict you. Then, you know, obviously then, you know, you still was wrapped up in it, but mine ended up getting dismissed. But like it was like pending, like they could still watch you and bring something up for like 5 years.
And that's how that shit came. So when they was interviewing me, right, they started talking about NWO is the biggest gang. Y'all doing this, y'all doing that, but in reality, who was it? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, baby, B and Yayo was my mans, but our mans, but they did what they did. I don't know what happened. They ended up getting into some bullshit. We don't know what happened. They put them in some bullshit, but they try to put all that shit on me, like, or me and KUTTA was just running that type shit, and that wasn't that, you know what I'm saying? We were just rapping and doing us. They made it that, and it wasn't that.
Let's stay blue, not brown.
At a barber shop called Elam's in Pontiac, the big talk of the day is blue versus brown. The Pontiac Police versus the Oakland County Sheriff's Department. And which department will soon be policing Pontiac?
I think our guys is doing a real good job with the crew that we have right now.
You see, with a $10 million budget deficit to face, there's a battle brewing tonight between the mayor and the city council over what to do with the Pontiac Police Department. Keep it alive and continue going into debt, or shut it down and contract with the Oakland County Sheriff's Department, which the mayor says would save the city $2 million a year.
Simply put, are you in favor of contracting with the county to provide police service to Pontiac?
Absolutely.
And why?
Because at this point, the alternative is taking my department from 72 officers down to about 40.
And what do you think of that?
40 officers is not enough to police Pontiac.
There are those that argue eliminating the police department would mean of the 72 current Pontiac police officers, 62 would be hired on at the sheriff's department, meaning only 10 officers would have to lose their jobs. But if Pontiac keeps the police department the way it is now, budget constraints would force 32 officers off the job, leaving the city of Pontiac with only 40 police officers to protect it.
I'm in favor of keeping the police department. They say that there's going to be a $2 million savings, but they haven't shown it to the people.
Nobody likes shutting down a police department, but, you know, that's exactly what's going to have to happen April 30th when the doors close for good. Fred Timpner, head of the Michigan Association of Police Officers, believes the Pontiac department was bullied into the takeover because of current legislation in Lansing.
The chief, Val Gross, was fired today by the city's financial manager, Michael Stampler, more than a month before the Oakland County Sheriff's Department will become the police agency for the city. Fired by an email and finished at 5 this afternoon.
Through a memo. So...
No phone call, just a memo telling Pontiac Police Chief Val Gross, you're fired.
He felt more comfortable sending an email. Then I'm going to be more professional than that and just say that we had differences.
The firing of Chief Gross comes less than 24 hours after Pontiac officers voted to dissolve their contracts and hand the reins over to the Oakland County Sheriff's Department.
I'm surprised that it happened today.
But not surprised it happened. Chief Gross has been very vocal that he's against the takeover.
I've been against this move the whole time, and getting me out of the way is something they feel might be easier transition for them.
Pontiac's emergency financial manager, Michael Stampler, has been pushing to dissolve the department to save the city over $2 million a year. Even though Stampler fired Gross, Mayor Leon Jakowski supported it.
When I came in over a year ago, I made it clear that Mr. Gross was not my choice for police chief.
Mayor Jakowski says the firing wasn't retaliatory. The union says officers changed their mind about the takeover because of fear of a bill in Lansing that gives emergency financial managers complete power. And the new deal guaranteed pensions and retiree health care.
I don't want people to feel sorry for me. We're defining it's never been about me.
Definitely a different look out here. You can see behind me Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard talking to the men and women before they head out for the first time as sheriff's deputies. Police in Pontiac are dressing in brown now instead of blue.
It's same people, just a different uniform, different color car.
The Pontiac Police Station will now be known as the Pontiac Substation. And with the Oakland County Sheriff's Department taking over, residents can expect more protection, says Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard.
Because of the way we structure our contracts, we're actually going to be able to field a lot more deputies at a reduced cost. So we're going to save the city about $2.2 million a year.
All right, and they're getting into their vehicles now, brand new vehicles to get out and to patrol the city. All the Pontiac police officers who were here were able to keep their jobs, rehired as sheriff's deputies, and about 10 other deputies came over here as transplants. We're live in Pontiac.
Do you think the NWO indictment was a part of a publicity move for the newly transitioned Oakland County Sheriff's Office after they took over police in Pontiac?
It seemed that way, yeah. It seems that way. Could be. I'm not sure. They definitely, I feel like maybe, yeah, like, I feel like they used us as an example. Like, yo, like, it's a new sheriff in town, not on our watch, you feel me? Like, yeah, probably so, yeah, sure.
I never thought about it like that, but yeah, they probably did because they made it something bigger than what it was. They saw that if the indictment went from 72 people to 13 people, you know what I'm saying? Like, someone, right? Y'all indicted, y'all originally came for 70, arrested 72 people, and only charged 13. Now, whatever happened, telling not enough information, or, you know, enough to charge them, or people was cooperating, whatever, but it narrowed down to 13 people.
I really don't know, because that particular allegations for events that were allegedly going on, I don't know. You know, I wasn't a part of those things. All I did was music, and so I didn't really know. You know, I didn't really tune into those other things that were going on. So for me, you know, I don't know if they were over exaggerating or not. You know, for the things that they might have been looking into, you know, then they might have felt the way that they felt because of that. But I don't know, I wasn't a part of those things.
Do you think the rap music, jewelry, flash cars, the rims, along with the street element, all brought unwanted attention to you guys?
Oh yeah, that's facts. Of course. That's definitely facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had to start with the music and the jewelry, the money, the fast lane, you know what I'm saying? Us doing us. When I was seeing like Detroit people, like Blake Icewood and all them doing it, and I feel like, okay, you know, my man's got the wave, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like in my mind, like, we need to do something, you know what I'm saying? We need to shine, you know what I'm saying? So when I was going to Northland at the time, I met Hutch. And I met him through Rio, and that's a fact, you know what I'm saying? When I met him, he was just, you know, he had everything. We bought our cards, he iced him out, you know what I'm saying? If you want chain, watch, he give it to us, you know what I'm saying? So one time, I go to him, he's like, I got this watch. It's a double bezel, but I sold it to the dog for 10 racks, but he got indicted. I sold it to you for 5. I'm like, shit, bet. I bought it off him, you know what I'm saying? After that, I was just Cardi iced out, watch iced out, you know what I'm saying? I bought a necklace iced out. And that's when I started talking to Kutta, like, bro, you gotta do something, you know what I'm saying? You rap it, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make something happen. So when he got the little wire with the NWO, and that's when he killed it, you know what I'm saying, with that. And he started shouting, oh man, we was looking like something too.
If civilians didn't do the police job for them, then none of that would have happened with the feds. And yeah, it brings wrong attention, because that's what people think, you know, all the dope boys are doing with their jewelry and cars and all that. But people can have a job or a business and do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's what the people, you know, who go in there cooperating tell them. They don't know nothing unless somebody's telling them something. They ain't not out here in the streets living it.
That brings the attention you want.
I remember reading an article when the raids and all that stuff was going on, and it was saying, like, they was talking about how the NWO thing, the King thing, and Pontiac and all that was like a multicultural, multiracial thing, and they never seen nothing like that before.
I got caught up in a crossfire. Like, it was never that, you know what I'm saying? It was never, oh, we about to click with this person, the NWO, the Land King, we about to do this. It was never that. It was always just love. What up, Savage? You real dude. I'ma mess with you, you know what I'm saying? What up, Kutta? You a real nigga? What up, Weech? You a real nigga? What up, you a real nigga? What up, you know what I'm saying? It was never like, oh, we about to click together. So when the indictment came, it kind of like messed me up. Like, huh? Like, I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? Never thought about, we about to do this. We about to click. All us about to, you know what I'm saying? It was just all love. So when that came, it was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Like, they mix all that shit, because if they would have just made my indictment and made their indictment, they would never got real time. You know what I'm saying? We probably would have did 2 years, and he would have did 2 years. But when they put that together, now they made it 10 or better. You know what I'm saying? That's when me, Sino, and Jay did 10 or better. You know what I'm saying? So they just put an okie doke on that situation, but it was never that, you know what I'm saying? In reality, it wasn't like all of us clicking together, you know what I'm saying? All bring more of this, do that. Them motherfuckers just did some bullshit. And it was just that.
I wouldn't classify that as a gang. Just a music thing, neighborhood thing. Everybody just had like music in common and they had friends in common.
The police or what feds, or however you want, whatever, you know what I'm saying, they was treating it like they was doing organized crime or whatever. But it was crazy to me. So I don't know nothing about that, you know what I'm saying? I just know about the music.
It got blown up and they tried to make it seem like it was a gang. It was not a gang.
NWO's downfall, to me, they should have stuck to the music. You know what I mean? Like, they was creating enough buzz. You know what I'm saying? It was enough buzz on the music for them to stop all the other things that they were doing. You know what I mean? We can sit here and be honest. You know what I mean? It was more the music that they had their hands in. You know what I'm saying? But had they just stuck to that music, you know what I mean? Stuck to that music, or when you're a group and you got one, it's just that one. You know what I'm saying? As a team, y'all should put everything y'all got into that one artist. You know what I'm saying? Because that one artist is gonna get y'all all out of here. You know what I mean? And you know, as you get older, you get smarter. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they've thought of things like that. You know what I'm saying? Years gone by, pretty sure they've thought about that. You know what I'm saying? Had I did this way, or had I moved that way, you know what I'm saying, things would be different. Or you know, Kev would still be here, but you know what I'm saying? So I just think the downfall of NWOs, man, they should have just stuck to that music. You know what I'm saying? Put 100% in that music. Yeah.
Structure. You know, having an order of operation of how you handle business, from the studio to who you have around you, you know, into what you put your money into. You know, when you're at the studio, you're there for business, not to party and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Get in there and get your work done and get out of there. You know, same thing with the shows. Get in, get out of there. You don't got to close the club. You know, and investing back into the movement the right way, as far as, you know, maybe getting some buses wrapped, or, you know, billboard type things. You know, or now with the new age, you know, the internet, you know what I mean, different things like that, as far as marketing goes.
I think NWO's downfall was Kev dying, but I think, like, there was more building up before Kev even died, though. Like, you know, there was so many people around, and just, I feel like it was people around that didn't need to be around.
People to this day, when I came home from doing 10 years in prison, they still listen to his music. They still praise his music. I feel like if I go, and I feel like a lot of people go, you know what I'm saying, from Pine will never leave what he left. But when I did my time and I started thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, we had to wait.
He still missed to this day. I still listen to his music. Every now and again, I put his music in, man, just to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Dope music, man. So music can never die.
Watch these niggas that's close to you. Life's been hard living without you. Oh yeah, Savage said what up too. The feds is in town, try and indict the whole crew. NWO will never be the same without you.
If you sell this death, all of us are going to work together and find you. Regardless of where you hide, regardless of what rock you're under, we're going to find you and put you in prison.